Welcome into the third quarter of the Coach Kevin Keathley Show, presented by Appalachian Wireless. I'm your host, Eric Forrest, alongside the coach of the East Kentucky Miners, Coach Kevin Keathley. Now, Coach, on Friday, Semi-Pro comes out, and for anyone who doesn't know what Semi-Pro is, it's a movie with Will Ferrell that's coming out on Friday, and he plays a guy by the name of Jackie Moon, who is a player in the ABA, and apparently, they come together and form a team, and they try to survive in the ABA and try to compete. Obviously, it's a comedy with Will Ferrell in it, but I want to talk with you because you're a former coach of the ABA, and now you're in the CBA, and even though they're different leagues, they're very similar. And just want to see how they compared and maybe how they, how they differed. But one of the things we see in the movie is, they talk about having to get that attendance in order to survive in the ABA, and just want to compare it to how that goes with you guys, and what kind of talks have you and some of management had and stuff like that with just getting fans here?
Well, you're exactly right. In Semi-Pro, it's a movie, like you said, Derek, based on the American Basketball Association, a great basketball league for many years, specifically going back to the 60s and 70s, and that's kind of where they placed the movie at, back in the mid-70s during the ABA's peak, and what you had was the Kentucky Colonels and the Pacers and teams like that there in the ABA. So, but you know what? It really is minor league basketball, Derek. There's a lot of layers to it, and I think you got a gist of some of them being behind the scenes with a lot of things. But the biggest key is, and what you'll find with Semi-Pro, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I think Will Ferrell's hilarious, and more specifically the fact that I have some history with the ABA. The fact that what you have is you have to have promotions. Like we just talked about in the second quarter, the promotions we have, blackout, we've got the $2 night tickets. But you know what? What you'll see is an exaggerated version of that on Semi-Pro, the movie. You'll see an exaggerated version of how they try to get fans in there. Jackie Moon, who plays a player who's also the owner, who I believe is also the GM in the movie. I don't know, but he does it all. Not too different from Jay Fiedler, by the way. I think Jay's got his hands in everything. He was in practice the other day, passing the basketball for me, so he's all over the place, so not too different from Jackie Moon. But the bottom line is what you have to do is, for instance, I think a part in the movie, Jackie Moon wrestles a bear for a promotion, and then he does one where he is like Evel Knievel, and he hops on a motorcycle and tries to jump over some cars or something. I don't know, but so those are the type of promotions we had. And as you know, Derek, we've had Dollar Night, we've had a bunch of promotions, and so that's really what it's about. You have got to, and no different minor league baseball, you've got to have that different feel to get fans into the stands, and that's exactly what minor league sports is all about. It's close. You feel like you're a part of it because they interact with the fans so much, the dance team, the mascot, the promotions you have, so you feel like you're a part of it. And that's the great thing about minor league sports. I don't think there's any better place in the world to be than in minor league baseball, minor league basketball, in terms of your connection with the fans. And it's a great place to be. And Semi-Pro really does, they do a spin on it for comedy, obviously, but I can tell you what, there were some promotions we had in the ABA, Derek. We had world champion Roy Jones Jr., for instance. A lot of people I know knows Roy Jones Jr. Well, Derek, he played 2 ball games for me.
Did he really?
So he played 2 ball games with me, and we got him in for 7 seconds. He played 7 seconds for me, and but the bottom line was, so we Kentucky Colonels, we had a comedian show up. We had Jermaine Dupri, the hip-hopist, come to the Louisville Gardens.
Hip-hopist? Or a rapper?
Or a rapper. One of the two. He showed up to a game, so that's not too far off of what you do in the American Basketball Association. And the American Basketball Association has always set the tone, foundation for a lot of great rules and innovations. They have the 3D rule now that we play in. So I'm not promoting this ABA over CBA. The CBA founded the three-point line, the collapsible rims. So minor league basketball really does set the tone for the higher levels. A lot of good stuff comes from it, and I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the movie, Derek. I'm looking forward to seeing all the hijinks of Jackie Moon and the ABA.
Real quick, what player would you think most compares to the character of Jackie Moon?
Well, I'll tell you what, Derek, you talk about the guys that come and go in minor league basketball that really try to, they do it all. And that's really what Jackie Moon's character is about. He really is a go-to guy. If he's helping fill the stands with promotions, he's trying to play, he's trying to do it all. So if you look at utility man, Derek, I'll tell you what, here in the CBA, I've got a guy right now by the name of Mr. Mark King. He's a unique character. You've met Mark, and hopefully some of the fans at home, before the Coach Keathley show ends, they'll get a chance to get to meet Mark up close and personal. But he's a unique character. He does everything for us. He'll be in the gym practicing one day for us. The next day, he'll be running the stairs in the expo. The next day, he'll be driving to pick up guys from the airport. There's nothing Mark King doesn't do. He'll be on the bench helping manage the team. There's really nothing he don't do. So I tell you what, Mark King might fit Jackie Moon, but I tell you what, like I said, Jay Fiedler's not too far off in the aspect of he does it all. I mean, there's really nothing he don't do. He's in the office daily working on this and that. So I'm looking forward to the movie. I think it's going to be hilarious. But let's not, I hope it doesn't take away from me being named ABA Coach of the Year after people go and watch that, because I hope they don't think that, get a lesser sense of what the ABA is about, or because believe me, in the 70s, the ABA competition-wise was probably higher than the NBA. They had people like Dr. J and Dan Issel, Louis Dampier, a lot of great players. George Gervin played in that league, and it was a fantastic league. And but it does give you a glimpse of the hijinks that go on in minor league sports, that's for sure.
I'm surprised with the Jackie Moon question that you didn't go with Hard Hat Harry or John Strickland.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It's an interesting one, too.
Yeah, it is. John Strickland certainly is. And people, definitely, if you came to this arena, you remember John Strickland. There's no doubt about it.
But thanks a lot, Coach. That'll do it for the third quarter of the Coach Kevin Keathley Show. When we return, we'll hear from you, the fans of the East Kentucky Miners, and our long-distance connection, and we'll also name our Miners Player of the Week.